Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you are watching this video. Can you just give us feedback in your county, from your county, maybe if you're diaspora? What is the mood of the people around you, especially Kenyans you talk to? What do you think is their feeling now that William Ruto is our president? Let's just get how people are feeling about it. The spiritual indoctrination of Ruto-Rigathi presidential breakthrough must now extend to an oversight role, since the clergy became the people's guarantors at the campaign period. I am saying this with a lot of objectiveness, because I believe that to some extent there is part of the population, a section of the population, that tout William Ruto's presidency as one that was propelled or lifted by the spiritual warriors. In this, I want to appreciate the silent role the politicians' spouses normally play behind the scenes. Now, let me take you back a bit. On 12th September 1988, Ida Odinga was dismissed from Kenya High School a week after Raila Odinga was arrested and taken to detention. So the photo you're seeing on screen there is that of Ida. She received dismissal letter on 9th September. In fact, I just want to read for you. 1988, Ida Betty Odinga, inside, whose husband Raila Odinga had been detained a week earlier, is retired from her teaching job. Here, Mrs. Odinga's household goods are moved from the Kenya High School compound on receipt of September's 9 dismissal letter headed Retirement on Public Interest in accordance with regulations of 73 of the Teachers Service Commission of Code of Regulations. She had been ordered to leave the school by September 12. So the photo you're seeing there is her staff were being packed so that she could then be ordered out of the school. I want to acknowledge the role of Rachel Ruto in mobilizing the clergy to coalesce around the candidature of William Samoei Ruto. In Kasarani, Bishop Karaoke played a role and did a prayer in that inauguration session. And when I followed that event, and of course I was on YouTube, and I was also watching through YouTube where I was not watching the TV, and you could follow the comments. Later on, I think people criticized the organizers of the event for over-regionalization of the event. Vis-a-vis comparing that to that of 2013, in 2017, when Uhuru Kenyatta was being inaugurated, even though Uhuru Kenyatta is a very staunch Catholic, you did not see that part. And you see, I wanted to watch this one by this part. I followed it by Bishop Karaoke. That one there.
The first thing that you do after being inaugurated as the president and the deputy of the Republic of Kenya is to ask God to help you. For in your oaths you said, "So help me God." And we are gathered here to stand with you and pray. May I ask you to kneel down right there where you are. And all the Kenyans who are watching from home, those of you who are watching from different places on the media, I would like you to join us as we pray. If you could go on your knees, let the whole nation go on its knees. The people of this nation. Lord, I pray that you will give to the president.
One thing I think I later on received just a complaint, someone who reached out telling me, now, Kevin, where are Muslims? I think it was in order, and as an intercessor, it's good to start at that point. But the truth is, it was also overdone. Even the music, the entertainment bit, there is an argument. I don't know that I can get it in my WhatsApp. Let me just see if I can get it. Even the music team also did their part, but it was honestly overdone. Where? I should get it here. Okay, maybe I'll get it some other time. So, in the same measure, I'm saying that because that was a very good starting point, and of course, it's good to put it prayer into that. State House yesterday, the social media page, I think it was all about spiritual. It was that. And it's good, and even from the speech, that this is God given, which I want to really agree with. The same Bishop Karaoke, if I want to tell you that this is a bit of that religionization, the same Bishop Karaoke is the person that presided over the last service, prayer service at Deputy President Residence in Karen. And he came out to make a statement that I think I analyzed here, that people perceived as just a political statement. Look at that.
Na hapa ndio nyumbani utahubiri namna gani? Utafanya kazi yetu namna gani? Na mimi si kuitwa kuwa mwanasiasa, mimi niliitwa niwe mhubiri. Na wewe unaitwa uwe mhubiri. Ukuitwa uwe makanga, hapana, unaitwa uwe mhubiri. So ni vizuri kujua ni wakati gani tunafanya prayer of binding and loosing. Kwa sababu if we don't bind, then we give it permission to operate. There are words that have been pronounced against the church, words pronounced against the nation. We have got to stop those words. We have got to stop those words in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ and declare that they are null and void in this nation.
I want to say that that was the last one that they held in Karen. This whole thing about the spiritual lifting of the two together and rooted to the presidency, to me, that honeymoon or that credit only takes them at their arrival. But while in office, it's about work. Now, the spiritual credit, I want to acknowledge that the endorsement by the clergy gave a cleansing surface, or rather cleansing platform, and they successfully used it to counter personality attacks and character assassination, political labeling that came from the Azimio la Umoja side. That while Azimio la Umoja team saw them as people who were not fit, deemed fit to take the office, on the other side, there a section of the clergy, I don't want to say everyone, a section of the clergy publicly endorsed them for the first time, publicly endorsed them, saying that they were ordained by God. And that helped even to water down and to deflate the public perception that they could have faced with the public. Now, this is the reality, and that is why I insist that because they were the guarantors of the common man and the gullible Kenyan voter that perhaps could not make an objective assessment audit of the leader. There is a reality of the state of the economy and impossibility of not meeting expectations real time. And I'm so cautious with my words on the issue of real time because If you listen to Kasarani, William Ruto is very, I think Hussein Mohammed was very tactical with that speech. It was very tactical kwa sababu the new Kenyans were talking about CBC, told, okay, about the CBC, I have heard your cry. I'm putting on a committee, a task force to look into it. That is a problem. That solution is already delayed kidogo. On the cost of living, boom, people were expecting price of unga, but they said, now I've known the problem. Let me reduce fertilizers price so that we increase the production. I'm showing you the problem. I'm showing you the solution, and I'm acknowledging the problem. Even though I don't want to dwell there so much, but something is not adding up. 1.4 million metric tons. It's supposed to help maize farmers. It's going to be distributed in the counties. Are you sure that these counties? How are you sure that this fertilizer is going directly to maize farmers? Ama itaenda for the other people that also do other sort of farming. So is it directly proportional to the production level of food, of maize? Like in Vihiga, they do coffee. If they can get this fertilizer, they will put it in their coffee, although it's also going to help household economy. Now, and it's not wrong for them to use it for the other. Now, this possibility, that was in terms of, and if you look at Ruto set the pace, he did contingency, ile kuonyesha intention that I mean it. There's one good one is the judiciary, the 3 billion added to the judiciary fund. That money is not going to be done now. That money is going to be given the next financial year. So next year, not even now. But the way it's done in public, someone will conceive and say, okay, now this is going to be done now. Most of them were seen, even the independence of the police, autonomy for them to have financial to that. How much are they given? When is that? It's not said. But the public understands that, okay, things are moving. While that is good because it shows that you're hands-on and resonate with the problems and you understand the diagnosis, however, it poses risk of people seeing you as someone who is going to give solutions all over. So people who expected the price of unga to drop are the same people that expected the issue about the judiciary, the appointing the 6 judges and all that. So it showed the pace that, of course, it seems the results are coming arakaraka, but in real sense, things are not that easy. So because of that, the fact that people were under charge and they had been told that ticket was sold to them as ticket that was brought here by God, they may not question. Opposition queries will be dismissed by these politicians as political means of just gaining political mileage, as they're just making political forays. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the risk it possesses. And why that's why I insist that they must put the government at check, but the government will at one point relook that issue of the strong attachment with the religion. At one point, that will come up, even if not now. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. I just have very quick observation here. The sycophantic influence in the corridors of the church cannot be sustained towards the 5 years if things are not right, because people are more informed. The awareness level in this country, I'm telling you, mtu will chomoad a clip that you spoke in an economic conference, I'm going to do this, and put vis-a-vis, bro, you said this, president, you said this, I've not seen it. You understand? So internet penetration is high, the people are informed, social media is vibrant, the freedom space is there. So even if things are not going right, people will at one day ask the questions. And running government sometimes calls for unfriendly policies. For example, how about if you want to tax the church? Maybe it may never got to that point. But would it be easy for the government to explain taxation policies in church? Will you? Like, for example, now in Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja promised consolidated permits so that kama unafanya biashara moja under the same, unakuwa tu na permit moja. That is there. And sometimes in government, you may have to do policies that do not augur well with what the people want, because the people just want cheap solutions. They're not seeing the bigger. They just want things to be done, given free, which is not there. So that distance must now reduce. They must now drop it. 3, it underscores the pillar of unity in the office of the presidency. Because this country, there are those who are Christians, there are those who are not Christians, there are those who are also in the middle, there are, So when you give prominence, and that is why I don't support that argument by Didymus Baraza that they have an altar somewhere in State House. If you have an altar, then you're going to have a mosque there. Because it underscores the unity under the office of the presidency. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. And I wish we can meet at the comment section. I want to read your comments on this issue.